welcome back to She Loves a Gossip, where the tea is always hot and the headlines never miss. Today's episode is packed with drama. Glorilla's name is back in the news after a wild arrest tied to a home break-in. Cardi B is facing another lawsuit over that viral mic toss, and we got some heartbreaking celebrity losses to talk about. It's been a week, so let's get into it. So girl, Glorilla then got robbed and arrested. Like, how does that even happen? According to TMZ, Glorilla, whose real name is Gloria Woods, was arrested in Georgia on 2 serious drug charges. Jail records show she was booked on Tuesday in Forsyth County for possession of a scheduled controlled substance and marijuana over an ounce. Now keep in mind, both are felony offenses under Georgia law. The details are still developing, but police confirmed she was taken into custody and later released after posting a $22,000 bond. And get this isn't even her first run-in with the law in Georgia. Just last year in April 2024, she was hit with a DUI in Gwinnett County. So yeah, the courts are already familiar with her name. But here's when the story takes a wild turn. Glorilla's legal team is calling the whole thing a total outrage of justice, and they're claiming she wasn't even home when all this went down. So apparently her home was broken into, yes, a break-in, and when the cops showed up to respond to the burglary, the suspects were already gone. But instead of continuing their investigation to catch the intruders, the officers say they found weed in the house and decided to arrest Glorilla for felony drug possession, even though she wasn't there. Like, huh? What kind of backward logic is that? The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office confirmed they responded to the burglary around 1:30 a.m. in the Atlanta suburbs. 3 people reportedly broke into the house, and someone who was there fired shots at the suspects before they fled. But instead of focusing on them, the investigation somehow turned into an arrest warrant for Glorilla over weed. So let me get this straight. Her house gets broken into while she's not even home. The suspects run off, and the police turn around and arrest her for something unrelated to the actual crime. Girl, this system is something else. Let's hope her lawyers eat this case up. Anyway, speaking of people who just can't seem to stay out of court, so Cardi B is back in legal headlines, and this time it's over that infamous microphone incident. According to TMZ, Cardi is being sued for assault and battery by a woman who says she was hit by the mic during Cardi's 2023 Beach Club performance. Now, if you remember, Cardi did ask fans to throw water on her to help beat the heat. It was like 100 degrees that day, and this fan says she did just that. But allegedly, Cardi didn't take it too well and responded by throwing her mic straight at her. Now, Cardi was cleared of criminal charges after the police investigated the whole situation, but the woman, who's remaining anonymous, is now filing a civil lawsuit claiming the mic hit her and caused emotional distress. And get this, the same microphone was sold online for $99,000 shortly after the incident, and the woman says that added insult to injury. Woo, child, that's a whole lawsuit over a mic. Look, I love Cardi, but she's got to stop being so reactive. When you're rich and famous, any physical reaction can open you up to legal drama, especially when there are cameras and fans involved. Cardi's lawyer is calling this a pitiful cash grab, but let's see how it plays out. We all know Cardi's legal team doesn't play around. What do y'all think? Was this woman just looking for a payout, or is there more to the story? Now, from courtrooms to condolences. Unfortunately, it's been a devastating week in the celebrity world. We've lost several major names, so if you're sensitive to this kind of news, just a heads up. Earlier this week, Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, and if that wasn't shocking enough, TMZ reported yesterday that Ozzy Osbourne has passed at the age of 76. This came just weeks after he reunited with his Black Sabbath bandmates for a huge farewell concert. And now the news just keeps coming, because today TMZ is reporting that Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71. According to the report, emergency crews were dispatched to his home in Clearwater, Florida early Thursday morning due to a cardiac arrest. Eyewitnesses say multiple police cars and ambulances arrived, and Hogan was carried out on a stretcher. Officials confirmed the call came in around 9:51 a.m. and he was treated by paramedics before being rushed to a nearby hospital. But sadly, he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Woo, my God, on today. These losses are hitting back to back, and for so many fans who grew up watching these icons, it really feels like the end of an era. Now, of course, anytime a big public figure passes away, there's going to be mixed reactions. And when it comes to Hulk Hogan, let's be real, the legacy is complicated. Because as far as Hulk Hogan is concerned, that man was racist down. There's no sugarcoating it. Let's not forget that back in 2015, an old tape resurfaced where Hogan went on a disgusting, full-blown racist rant, using the N-word N-word repeatedly when talking about the kind of man he didn't want his daughter dating. That tape was from around 2007, but when it leaked, it exploded all over the media, and the fallout immediate. WWE dropped him from their Hall of Fame, merchandise deals were canceled, and he was basically blacklisted for a minute. And what made it even worse was that it wasn't just a slip up. This man sounded very comfortable spewing that hate like it wasn't the first time or the last. It wasn't just offensive, it was nasty, entitled, and revealed a lot about how he really views black people, period. Even his own daughter, Brooke Hogan, eventually distanced herself. At one point, they were super tight. He was all up in her reality show, managing her music career, being the overprotective dad. But after the racism scandal, yeah, she fell back real quick. She even made public statements saying she was hurt, confused, and didn't support what he said. And to this day, they've had a rocky relationship at best.
I wouldn't take a single dime of his money. Not now. Not ever. That cash, it's not a blessing. It's a straight up slap in the face. I hate my dad. Whatever bond we had, gone. The second he called me a disgrace for loving a black man. Can you imagine hearing that from your own father? His racism didn't just cost him a career. It killed any respect I still had for him. And let's not pretend. Mr. Perfect Family Man on television? Behind closed doors, he was a nightmare. Bad day at work. Guess who he took it out on? Screaming, throwing stuff, calling me names, making me feel like I owed him silence just for being his daughter. And, yeah, he cheated on mom with his best friend's wife. While we were still living under the same roof, it was humiliating, but you know what hurt even more? Mom didn't yell at him, she came for me. Like, I was the problem. And when I nearly died giving birth, no call, no visit. He only shows up when it's convenient. When he wants something, something broke inside me that day. I've tried to forgive, but I'll never forget. That so-called inheritance, let them all fight over it. I'm not Hulk Hogan's daughter. I'm Brooke. And honestly, that's more than enough.
Now, I'm not saying people can't grow or change, but let's be honest. Hogan's apology at the time was more like, I'm sorry I got caught, than I genuinely understand the harm I caused. And you can't just slap an I'm sorry on racism and expect everyone to forget. Some things stick with you, especially when it's caught on tape like that. So while fans of wrestling may remember the leg drops and the what you gonna do brother persona, a lot of folks remember that audio too. And rightfully so. Legacies aren't just about the highlight reels. They're about how you treated people, what you stood for, and how you responded when the spotlight wasn't flattering. I'll say this, death doesn't erase the damage someone caused in life. It's okay to mourn the entertainer, but it's also okay and necessary to call out the harm. Two things can be true. All right, y'all, that's all the tea I have for you today. From Glorilla's legal chaos to Cardi's courtroom drama to these heartbreaking celebrity passings. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, especially about that Glorilla situation, because I still can't believe how that played out. Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a drop of this hot gossip. This has been She Loves to Gossip, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay messy, but classy. Bye, y'all.